feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog.
So far they haven't. Oh no, they're gonna try. If you get the coach special, it says 20% off. But I don't have a coach, so I'm wondering if they let you do it free. But if you want the coach,
they charge you.
So.
It's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see fourth-year quarterback Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys as they take on a man back for a 16th NFL season, Eli Manning and the New York Football Giants. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's...
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On first down, Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, it's
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Robert Quinn in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a carry for Allen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line linebackers really work well together.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith. The offensive starters now for the Cowboys.
And this team is cut. In off of their open week, and to me, a pretty good time to have it too, because it's pretty much right in the middle of the season. So I would think that they'll be pretty well rested and ready to go for the second half of the season. But even more importantly, they got a little bit of a mental break as well. That's going to help too.
Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. On 3rd down, Elliott. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Look at these white Russian games.
He's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Get that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Time to look at the defensive starters for the New York Giants. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one. One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs. And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defense is just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Got a nigga number 16 with the long hair. I seen the nigga highlights. Nigga look like Joe Montana or something with the long hair. That's that nigga for Clemson, boy. That boy nice.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The touchdown giving him the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
I'm about to say, Brown, I should be able to do nothing real big. I'm coming up after them.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be great. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way.
Oh, look. When I first called the G-Man, because G-Man
like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
And I call
it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs or putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out.
With him, but I'm like, nah, I ain't going to really be doing none of this shit. I'm going to show up for them games in G.
They're actually
rush coming, and he's taken down.
I ain't going to be playing no dog. Yeah, you might get auto. You know what I'm saying? I might come out there. Look. I might come out there work on one of my niggas or something, but we ain't trying to win. Bitch, I played mine, but got up on himself nothing. Look, then the nigga turn the ball over right to me in the red zone and shit. I'm like, come on, mama. Shit, you about to...
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
I won't be out there, nigga. Don't trip. Even if it looks like it's going my way, bitch, it's gonna go your way. Like, you ain't got to worry. Mama, look, mama hit his goals and some more shit, dude. Look.
An extra defensive back.
I go to hit circle pulling niggas away, boy. You all right?
Gun, it's Manning. Finding his target, it's Cody Latimer. return. And they're going to get this
You
beyond
don't make it look good, you know, because, you know,
taken down.
everybody can't know. You see what I'm
Excellent
saying?
pickup of 20
Look,
yards.
yeah, look. Don't make it look good, baby. Don't trip.
Now a play fake
I've been
here on
acting since the
first
6th
down.
grade, nigga.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah,
We all right, bro. I'm laughing at
make sure
Bird
you
and
give
them
your
nothing.
receiver a chance to
Bird
come
out there
down inbound.
running under the bus
Because
and
they
shit,
are
trying to
very
fuck over.
gifted.
I'm
They'll make the
thinking, boy,
circus
you just
catches,
don't know. But I ain't
they'll
gonna say
make them out
nothing.
of
Have you fun with me,
bounds.
Bird? I'm tired of the motherfucker. Computer whipping me.
Only
Nigga,
a
what?
yard of
You
the
gonna see
pickup
some
there,
more
so
rushes
it
for
leaves them
400 on
needing
me.
a conversion here
Just
on
get
third and
ready.
a tough 9.
No, that might be the fucking the norm on a nigga. Giving up 400 a game.
Standing on third down. Catch made by
Defenders don't like that,
Slayton.
though. You need
And he'll
that
take
talk
this
with
to
the
the
players. Do
47,
your
but
thing,
no
nigga.
further. As they get him down well short of the
Good
line to
man.
gain.
Players on the need and do your
They didn't
thing.
get the
Let
first
me know
down,
how
but
it
I have
came
to say
out.
I do like the call. I like what they were
You
trying
want that
to
in the
do.
microwave?
Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit.
Never called. I'm
and
telling
make
you, I
them
had
do
them on
other
that you
things
did.
and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. On second down, Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and still the play.
On third down, it's Prescott.
Y'all winning, huh?
The man, it's Michael Gallup. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All they did was pointing at the receiver where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a
You know,
first
he
down.
went fast on the game, but he trying to start to play up to his potential type shit.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott.
He needs so much
He's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He got to tie all the
Let's
chat.
talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run with Pollard. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Brendan and A. Booger had a tight game today, huh?
I cut it out the second quarter. It was 0-0. The A kind of broke out order.
Yeah, you want to lose 21-7.
That's when it got on 13-0, and I cut it off.
2 minutes
So
on
this
the
shit
clock,
tastes good.
second
Jack hotter
quarter,
than Wayne got some
7-0
of that
ball
orange
game.
valley shit or whatever. Yeah, I don't know if it's the White Russian blonde or the shit, but as soon as I hit that bitch, boy, that bitch hitting.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you
Yeah,
to
that's what I
Jonathan
got.
Coachman and our
This
crew
is
in
pretty good.
Orlando.
I got
Coach will have a
time
look
six
back
blue
at some of the
for
stats
categories,
and scores
yeah.
from yesterday's action. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Prescott to throw. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
225.
Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They come out here in the I. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This is 3rd and goal. Now this Giants defense, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and it converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
Forbath able to convert the extra point.
About to get with ours,
and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
I think the beast move shit gonna help. I ain't gonna, doubt that. And it's gonna help in the play action game too. You know what I'm saying? Cause you gotta respect the nigga. Which could, lead you to do the play action. Him and the other running back they brought back, Turbin or whatever, I thought he was a good back.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Both of them niggas,
and with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And we have Kittle and shit. I think we gonna win.
Working from the gun, Manning. It's complete to Golden Tate. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Manning. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. Unfortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To try again after the sack. Manning. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
It's always the Dolphins, bro, that look like they're getting boys.
3rd and long for the Giants and Eli following the sack.
We could win anyway.
One final try now for Manning. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we come upon, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Week 9 wrapping up here tonight at MetLife Stadium. Time to look ahead to Week 10. Thursday night football. We'll be heading cross-country tomorrow to get out to the Bay Area. We'll see the Chargers and the Raiders from the East Bay. The Raiders down to 4 more home games. That's it. Left in Oakland. Elliott on 1st down. Got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Michael Thomas on the stop. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the
Y'all
40-yard line.
might get a hell
Give him
guard,
18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Someone runs a block so well, you almost
for
forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front.
Oh, shit, y'all.
Really well done.
Oh, they ain't see that coming. That'd be nice for me.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 14-yard line.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Here's Grant.
It's his magic, baby. It's his magic.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still plenty of time left in the game, and now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes,
the
first
nigga
3,
phone
whatever,
goes straight to
this was a big
voicemail,
score
like.
to start the second half.
So, yeah, because I was trying to see if he wanted the ball. Ren said he wanted the ball.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now
on the game. They got a good record.
The 3rd quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for this.
Hey, Brady might lose all of that.
Robert Quinn racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw, it's Manning. That's complete to Slayton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver. Really asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they brought him onto the team. Height, weight.
And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they talk about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
They'll run on first down.
I'm on the chat with the nigga. He can hear you, dog. Yeah, what's down with it? What's down with it, nigga? Yeah, Fitz magic, baby. Fitz magic.
Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Forbath to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. And they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
Our eyes shift to the defense of the Cowboys now. recovered the fumble up on the scoreboard. They've got the momentum.
And that's a confident group that we see hitting the field again. Just what you talked about. Took away the ball in the last possession. They feel like they can go ahead and do it again. They are locked in and feeling good about how this game is going.
And they're playing free. They're playing loose.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. You know, sometimes it can be a bad thing if you're too free, too loose, and you give up your responsibilities. But not this unit. They are ready to go.
Now Gallman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run now.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Robert Quinn, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
That is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003. Now Elliott. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Forbath, the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Manning. He gets it complete to Latimer. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Prescott on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 1st down, Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Elliott running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Manning going to throw. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
That boy,
So
what he was talking about,
he
don't think
nobody
for
a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench,
that was
and give
Brent
him the
talking to him.
oxygen.
My bad.
They were
I
loving
was
the fact
like,
that he
because
got
I
in,
wound
not
up
having to
stopping
run
even
very
listening
far.
to the polos, bro. I was like, this boy crazy.
Now Forbath for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
You still ain't got nobody on the Clemson team?
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
They start the drive with a give to Allen. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes.
And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked.
Put it on, boy.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Manning. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Again, it's Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. To throw is Prescott. The quick slant caught. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation.
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Cowboys, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6, and they'll be back home next week.